It's time we talk about some more racing games, more specifically on the mobile devices that we have today. Yeah, and as you can tell, or at least some you probably can't tell, this video is a follow up to my previous video, old slash nostalgic of mobile racing games. Today we're going to be doing this exact same thing again, except this time these games are probably, in my opinion, even more obscure and lesser known than the games I mentioned before. So, without further ado, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into this. Let's go. Extreme Formula was developed by Go GN Entertainment. It was released on March 23rd, 2012, but I couldn't find when it was last updated because this game is so obscure. But anyways, in this game you drive cars with a type of fuel called super gasoline, as it says. Then you choose your car and then you race on all types of Hot Wheels styled tracks. And personally, this game feels super nostalgic to me. Even though I really only played it one time a really long time ago, I thought it was still pretty fun back then, and well, I think it's still pretty fun now. I also like the designs of many of the cars too, personally. I like it when racing games design their own vehicles instead of always using real-life licensed cars. So overall, this game is pretty cool in my book, so I recommend you check it out if you even can, since this game is so old, came out so long ago, so yeah, check it out if you can. Kumhome Tire Drive was developed by Retired Astronaut Collective. Very cool name. It was released on March 18th, 2012 and was last updated on May 11th, 2013. In this game, you get to be a Kumho tire racer anyway, and you get to complete world-class tracks. You can also use your points to upgrade your cars and pretty much upgrade your entry level to pretty much upgrade your exotic, like just import tuner, just an exotic car basically, and that's how I meant to say it. And these points can also be used to get your latest modifications to your vehicle, and as well as just again get faster and better Kumho tires. Now this game has definitely shown its age over the years thanks to the graphics and stuff. Definitely a classic era mobile game on Apple devices, but that doesn't make it bad because I still like the progression the game has anyway, and the rewards it gives you for all the effort of you racing on all these different tracks. And although this game still looks dated, I don't know if I can recommend this game because it's been so long since this game came out, so I don't know if it even still works, but I still thought I could mention it anyway since I still think it's good. Starbounder was developed by Studio Radco. It was released on April 20th, 2012, and this is the first anti-gravity racer game on this list. Now, in this one, you can race across different parts of the universe, or space as you can say. There are ships that you can customize, and there are over 60 levels for you to complete, so if you're 10 years old and you're sitting at your mom's job or something, you got a lot to do here. But anyways, this game is still pretty cool, and I love how you can customize your own ship, and the level design is not too bad too. And now, it's kind of really it though, as there's not really much else content here other than some dialogue, as you can see. But anyways, this game does take some inspiration from maybe F-Zero, but nowhere near as fast-paced, obviously. And it's not as good as F-Zero, but still, I think you'll have some fun with this one. Planet 51 Racer was a kart racing game based off the Planet 51 movie. Yeah, this game exists. And there are also some different space tracks you to race on. My favorite character to play on clearly is Rover. The motherfucking GOAT! But anyways, this game is fine. Moving on. Fire and Forget Final Assault was released on May 18th, 2013. The game's plot is set in the distant future after a nuclear war, and the people on Earth pretty much are kind of screwed anyway. There's also a criminal group that's trying to destroy all of humanity, or at least the last remaining traces of it. So it's up to you and your car and the latest developments you have in it in order to survive and probably save a few people from the criminal group. Your car can even turn into a hover vehicle and can fly, and it can also shoot guns and missiles and other enemies that are flying in the sky trying to take you down, most likely from the criminal group. But still, When it comes to this game, I think it's pretty cool. I obviously like the vehicle design and how it flies and shoots weapons at other enemies, but I also like the general vibe and the game's plot lane. There's actually some pretty good lore in here, but yeah, that's kind of it really for this game. As for the besides from the plot and the car and the gameplay itself, it's not really that much really, but it's not bad anyway. So I still recommend you check this game out. John Cena's Fastlane is a drag racing game much like CSR, but except it's WWE related considering that it's John Cena himself in it. But anyway, you're a young driver recruited by The Man, and you can race against different opponents from different cities in the United States, and this is all in order to become the best drag racer ever. This game even has a multiplayer mode, but personally I think this game is alright. It's not as good as CSR or CSR2, but I don't think it has to be because mobile games are just that, mobile games. And then, although you do expect some quality behind here, and there's obviously plenty of great and awful mobile games, you still have to remember what they really are and what their purpose is at the end of the day. But anyways, as for this game itself, it's pretty alright. I like this game quite a bit, so maybe you can check it out, or maybe you can't, considering that I've heard that this game doesn't work anymore, so yeah. But still, I think this was fairly interesting to put on the list today, so yeah. Tiny Racing was released on December 6, 2013, and was last updated on October 16, 2024. So this game is still being updated kind of regularly, I assume. But you race in your car as fast as you can for over 3 laps, and you can send these challenges anyway, or at least, tracks or different shit to your friends or other random opponents, and you beat each other's race times during a 24 hours time slot. And when the time is up, the challenge is locked and the points are rewarded to you. You can also friends race times anyway. You can at least race your friends different times, and they're downloaded as a ghost replay. And you can climb the different leaderboards where you can either compete in a time trial mode or points from the time trial mode. Personally, I like this game. I like racing games that have a spin or twist to it. This game is, of course, a top-down view racer where, you're on the top and you're watching the car race around on the track, but still, I like that aspect. The gameplay is pretty simple, but it's better for it. Nitro was released on March 17th, 2013, and was developed by Z2 Live. You can race against your friends after choosing your car if you're choosing, and enhance its look anyway, and upgrade it through performance upgrades. And after which, you can, of course, in the gameplay, use Nitro by collecting it as maybe a power-up or just using it on your own after developing enough boost anyway. You can also choose a race against other players in real-time multiplayer and challenge your friends on a one-on-one through Game Center anyway. Or you can just beat the Nitro's own set of drivers known as the Rivals in the game. But yeah, this game is long since shut down and it stopped working for a while now. So yeah, I even tried downloading this game myself through any mean, but I kind of got stuck on a dead end there, so that sucks. Yeah, this game may not have been the best or may not even look the best either, but still, I kind of liked it for what it was worth. I also liked it, once again, much like Tiny Racing, the tiny car designs. And it really reminds me a lot of Car Town Streets, that other Lost mobile game with its car designs. They're pretty much just real cars, but except they're mini and shrunken down anyway, or at least in terms of their wheels and designs anyway. I really liked it. It sucks that this game is gone. Wish it was still around. GX Motors was released on May 1st, 2017. You can race on more than over 100 different tracks, from New York to Tokyo and more. You can also customize your cars and upgrade them in order to perform better and win more races. There is even another game called GX Monsters, which is pretty much the same game except you race off-road vehicles. But anyways, this game is alright in my opinion. I played it once before and I played it maybe like 1 or 2, 3 times anyway. And I thought it was pretty okay. And I still think it is today. I really like the car designs though. I think they're really cool. But anyways, yeah, I recommend you check this game out. It still works. So yeah. Burnout City was released on August 18th, 2016, and it was developed by Dairysoft. And no, it's not a new Burnout game, unfortunately, or at least the Burnout game we all know. But anyway, this game is about a guy you play as where he's been falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit, so he ends up becoming a fugitive and pretty much being chased by the police, and you're pretty much going to have to not get caught by the police. But anyways, this game, you can choose a lot of cars here. There are S, A, B, and C class vehicles, and you can upgrade them through the different currency or money that you have. And yeah, honestly, the gameplay itself is pretty cool. It's a top-down view racer again, where you view the open world as you drive your car and escape from the police. I really like this type of game. I also really like its art style too. I think it's pretty cool to look at, too. But anyways, yeah, I really like this game. I highly recommend you check this out. Racing Air was a game where you can race on the night routes of luxury cars that you own, and where you could also upgrade your cars again in order to perform better, as well as performing stunts during gameplay. I'm not really sure where this game was released or when it was last updated. I tried to look that up, but couldn't find anything about that. So yeah, this game is pretty obscure, much like the other games on this list. But hey, I do like the car designs anyway, even though the graphics do look a bit dated for today's standards. But yeah, I heard you can still download this game through Aptoide, or maybe not Aptoide, but APK in general. So yeah. Trucks Form was released on July 15th, 2015, and was last updated on February 13th, 2017. The gameplay consists of you driving your truck and shooting and flying in 4 transformations that it can transform in. So as for example, the off-road truck, where it's the default choice. The gun truck, where truck activates a gun and shoots at things. The drill truck, where a drill transforms in the front of the truck and you drill through obstacles or walls. And the helicopter mode, which allows you to fly. So that's personally pretty cool. And there's also a pretty deep maybe story in here, where you pretty much drive around the different levels as you navigate through the different areas, like this desert here, for example, really. And yeah, basically. Honestly, I really like this game. It's a pretty cool spin on the standard hill climb racing kind of thing, because this game is very reminiscent of hill climb racing, obviously, with, the hill climbing and everything. And also, the transformations are really cool to see, and I especially like the design of the trucks and everything, and the different transformation. I especially like the helicopter one and the drill, because that's pretty cool, and the helicopter one is kind of funny, to be honest. So, yeah. It sucks to see that this game is no longer being updated as much, though. I guess you can still download it through other means, like APK or maybe Aptoide. I'm going to have to check back and see if that's the case, but still, this game is a hidden gem. It's probably my favorite one on the list. Thomas and Friends Go Go Thomas was released on December 16th, 2014, and it was developed by Budge Studios. In this game, you play as Thomas characters like Percy, James, Emily, Thomas the fucking tank engine himself, and more. You could even play against rival engines or challenge another person in 2-player mode, where you can use the speed boosters to help your train character move faster, or at least engine character. Now, I decided to add this game in last place because, well, not because it's bad. I'm just listing the games I found old, nostalgic, and obscure again. But this game is just really interesting to me because I was still a Cars fan back a few years ago, and I never really watched Thomas that much anymore. But then this game came out really around that time, and I just decided to play it because I was bored at the time, still in my mom's job, and even my cousin there. We were both there because, my cousin was visiting. And then we decided to download and play this game on my red tablet. And there were kind of some memories there for me bonding with my fellow cousin family member and stuff. So I really thank this game for that. We tried to tap the green thing over and over again, try to win and everything. So yeah, that's some pretty nostalgic memories. Now, as for the game itself, it's pretty alright. I think it's pretty good. I mean, the graphics themselves are not the best, but they're not horrible either, and the gameplay is actually pretty fun. I like the way that the engines move when you tap the button extremely differ rapidly and fast. I really like it. It's very interesting and everything. It's pretty cool. And yeah, the gameplay can get pretty repetitive after a while, but still, if you want a nice game to play with, it's like, if you're a Thomas fan anyway, I recommend you check this game out. I'm more of a Cars guy myself, but I don't hate, really. It's fine. And those were some more mobile racing games I found interesting to bring up because they were old, nostalgic, or obscure anyway. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And maybe I can make a part 3 or something, or maybe I can make another video about some obscure, maybe Xbox games, or maybe some more unknown or lost characters. Maybe I can make a Forlorn Classics Lost Characters 2, or maybe that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.